Deep within the cradle of humanity, the Great Rift Valley carves a dramatic scar across the continent. Its sheer cliffs plunge into shadow, their ancient rock faces telling a story of geological time that is almost impossible to comprehend. Down below, the valley floor is a mosaic of scrubland and shimmering salt pans, a place of stark and breathtaking beauty. The air here is thin and dry, and the sun beats down with an unforgiving intensity. It is a land of extremes, a place that tests the limits of endurance for all who live here. Yet, it is in this harsh crucible that life has not only survived, but thrived in remarkable ways. It is here, nestled in the protective shadow of the escarpment, that we find a small community. Their homes are not buildings of brick and mortar, but simple, elegant structures, woven from branches and plastered with mud and dung. They blend so perfectly into the landscape that they are almost invisible, a testament to a deep understanding of place. These are a people who have lived in this valley for time immemorial, their culture and their very existence shaped by the powerful forces of this dramatic environment. They move with a quiet confidence, their every action born of necessity and tradition. Their lives are an intricate dance with nature. They know the language of the birds that warn of predators, and the subtle signs in the soil that tell of coming rain. The children do not learn from books, but from the land itself. They learn to track animals by their footprints in the dust and to identify edible plants by their shape and smell. This knowledge is passed down from one generation to the next, a precious inheritance that ensures their survival. It is a relationship built not on domination, but on respect and a profound sense of connection to the world around them. The sound of the wind howling through the canyons is a constant companion. It carries the scent of dust and the distant calls of baboons echoing from the cliffs. For these people, the wind is not just moving air, it is a messenger, a spirit that connects them to their ancestors. Their beliefs are woven into the very fabric of this landscape. The towering cliffs are home to powerful spirits, and the shimmering salt pans are the tears of a grieving god. To live here is to live within a story, a grand narrative where every rock, every tree, and every gust of wind has a meaning. High above the plains, a colossal mountain pierces the clouds. Its volcanic slopes are cloaked in a dense, mist-shrouded forest, a world of perpetual twilight and dripping green. This is a sacred place, an island in the sky. The air is cool and thin, and the ground is a soft carpet of moss and fallen leaves. Giant trees, draped in ferns and orchids, form a cathedral-like canopy that filters the sunlight into ethereal rays. The silence here is broken only by the drip of water from leaf to leaf and the strange, haunting calls of birds that live nowhere else on Earth. Living in small clearings within this montane forest are a people who call themselves the guardians of the mountain. Their lives are as unique as their environment. They have adapted to the challenges of living at high altitude, their bodies conditioned to the thin air, and their culture shaped by the isolation. They are skilled foragers, possessing an encyclopedic knowledge of the forest's bounty. They know which roots are edible, which leaves have medicinal properties, and which fungi can provide nourishment. The forest is their larder, their pharmacy, and their sanctuary. Their relationship with the mountain's most famous inhabitants, the great apes, is one of profound respect and cautious distance. They do not hunt the apes, whom they consider to be distant relatives, a people of the forest. They share stories and legends about them, tales of their intelligence and their social lives. The people have learned to read the apes' behavior, to know when they are near, and to give them the space they need. It is a coexistence born of a shared home and a mutual understanding that has developed over centuries of living side by side in this isolated world. The rituals of the mountain people are deeply connected to the cycles of the forest. They celebrate the fruiting of a particular tree with dance and song, giving thanks for the nourishment it provides. Their spiritual beliefs are centered on the mountain itself, which they view as a living entity, a powerful deity that provides for and protects them. They move through this emerald world with a quiet reverence, their footsteps light on the forest floor. They are not just living on the mountain, they are a part of its very soul, true guardians of this misty, magical kingdom. In the driest heartlands, where the sun scours the earth and rain is but a distant memory, the landscape transforms into a canvas of stark, minimalist beauty. Red dunes, sculpted by the wind into elegant flowing lines, stretch as far as the eye can see. During the day, the heat creates shimmering mirages, making the horizon dance and quiver. It seems an impossible place for life to exist. Yet, even here, in this seemingly empty expanse, a remarkable people have carved out an existence. Their resilience, a testament to the adaptability of the human spirit. These are the nomads of the desert, a people whose lives are a perpetual journey. They do not build permanent homes, for their survival depends on constant movement, following the scarce resources of this arid land. Their wealth is not measured in possessions, but in the health of their hardy livestock and in their intricate knowledge of the desert. They can find water where none seems to exist, guided by the faintest signs, a particular type of plant, the flight of a bird, the memory of their ancestors. Their minds are maps of this vast wilderness, charting oases and grazing lands known only to them. As the sun sets, the desert cools rapidly, and the world is painted in soft pastel hues. This is the time when the community gathers. Around a small crackling fire, the elders share stories. These are not just tales for entertainment. They are oral histories, survival guides, and spiritual texts all rolled into one. They speak of the creation of the stars, the tricks of the desert jackal, and the deeds of their great ancestors. The children listen intently, absorbing the wisdom that will one day guide their own journeys across the sands. It is in these moments that their culture is renewed and strengthened. When night falls completely, the true majesty of the desert is revealed. With no city lights to dim the view, the sky becomes a breathtaking spectacle. The Milky Way stretches across the heavens like a river of light, and countless stars blaze with an intensity rarely seen elsewhere. The nomads have names for every star and constellation, using them to navigate across the featureless terrain and to mark the passing of seasons. Lying on the cool sand, looking up at this celestial canopy, one feels a profound sense of connection to the cosmos, a humbling awareness of one's place in the universe. The first light of dawn brings with it a sense of hope. It creeps over the horizon, gently chasing away the shadows of the night and revealing the world in all its intricate detail. From the whispering savanna to the misty mountains, from the life-giving river to the silent desert, a new day begins. For the isolated communities who call these wild places home, this daily renewal is a reaffirmation of their enduring connection to the land. Their lives, governed by the rising and setting of the sun, are a powerful reminder of a different way of being, a way that has sustained humanity for millennia. These cultures are not relics of the past. They are living, breathing societies, each with its own unique solutions to the fundamental challenges of human existence. They possess vast stores of knowledge about the natural world, about community, and about living in balance. Their languages, their stories, and their traditions are like rare and precious ecosystems, each one a unique expression of human creativity and resilience. To witness their way of life is to glimpse a different dimension of what it means to be human, one that is deeply rooted in place and community. Yet, these worlds are incredibly fragile. The pressures of the modern world are encroaching like a slowly rising tide. The outside world, with its insatiable demand for resources and its very different set of values, threatens to erode these ancient cultures and the lands they depend on. The loss of this diversity would be an immeasurable tragedy, not just for the people themselves, but for all of humanity. We would lose not only their unique knowledge, but also a vital part of our own shared heritage, a connection to our own deep past. To protect these cultures is to protect the very essence of what makes our planet so rich and varied. It requires a profound shift in perspective, from one of domination to one of respect and reverence. It means recognizing that their wisdom has value, that their connection to the land is something to be admired and learned from, not dismissed. As the sun climbs higher, illuminating the vast and beautiful landscapes of this continent, it carries a promise that if we choose to listen and to learn, we can help ensure that these extraordinary cultures and the wild places they call home will continue to thrive for generations to come.